Good afternoon. Disco Doc Public Relations Limited. How can I help you? Oh, hi Carl. What's that? You'd like to talk to people about donating to mental health charities, and also about them subscribing to your Patreon and supporting the channel? And you want to do that from where? A hot tub, in your garden? Overlooking your barbecue lodge? Look, Carl, I think that would be a really bad idea. Yes, I know hot tubs are self-care and good for mental health, but it's giving mixed messages. You'll be cracking open the kava next. Carl.
Hi, it's Carl, the real Disco Doc, and today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, or more specifically, tangible goals and objectives, smart objectives for the year ahead. And for my channel, I do have some tangible goals. The first one is to get to 10,000 subscribers. Now, that's not an arbitrary number at all. YouTube has some functionality called YouTube Giving, and that is only unlocked when you hit 10,000 subscribers and you're part of the YouTube Partner Monetization Program, which I am. And that unlocks lots of different fundraising functionality integrated into the YouTube platform, into your channel. So for example, doing live streams, you can turn on fundraising mode and raise money whilst you're doing a live stream. So we could do, that could be some sort of reaction marathon, passing from reactor to reactor, or some sort of Renception series like we've done before. There's different things we could do, but turn on the giving functionality. Can't do that until we hit 10,000 subscribers. So please, if you're watching this and you haven't subbed or you have subbed and you haven't shared yet, then all of that good stuff will help. By the way, you might be wondering why I'm sat in my hot tub, and although there's a rather fetching barbecue lodge in the background, my little sanctuary there's also stuff all over the lawn. There's some exercise balls there and some kids toys and bits and pieces scattered around. Why? It's all in the name of authenticity. I really want this channel to be authentic. I want my contributions to the channel to be authentically me, my real life. It's sort of a polar opposite to the pre-planned, pre-recorded, scripted doc material. And I'm hoping that we find a good balance between the two. Okay, the second goal for this year for my channel is, regardless of unlocking the YouTube giving functionality, I've set up a fundraising page for a charity called Mental Health UK, and it's on Just Giving, one of the world's biggest fundraising platforms, so it can be trusted. That money will never go anywhere near me. It just goes straight through the platform to the charity, and you can see that everybody's familiar with Just Giving and how it all works. I actually want to raise 10,000 Great British pounds this year for that mental health charity, and that sounds like an awful lot. It sounds very ambitious. Right now I'm sat at 4,000 subscribers, and that almost sounds like too much. It's a bit of a stretch goal, but if we achieve objective number 1 and get 10,000 subscribers to the channel, then that's an average of £1 per subscriber, and we've got a whole year to do it. So I think we can, and I'll be doing some more deep dives into that particular charity and the great work that they do on the ground in the UK in the future, so you can see where your money is going to. And then the third and final goal for the year for the channel is actually around my Patreon, and I have a vision to create a long-term sustainable channel. Put that another way, a channel with a sustainable future for the long term. And that can only happen really through Patreon. Yes, my channel is monetized through YouTube, but the sort of levels of subscriptions and views that I've got, that's just pittance. It really is it brings in very little. Most of the income from my channel comes through kind supporters on Patreon, and my goal for the year isn't going to get me to that sustainable level long term, but it's a step in the right direction. And my goal is to the hot tub pumps have just come on and distracted me. My goal for the year, as far as Patreon is concerned, is to hit £1,000 per month income from Patreon. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent about that, about the income. How many channels do you know that are? And that money is primarily to make this a viable use of my time, to justify spending hours and evenings and weekends away from doing stuff with the family, you know, that compromise. And as I've always promised, I will donate 20% of any profit from the income from the channel, and that's after operating costs, to mental health charities. But people have always got a bit confused about that. They're like, well, what do you mean by profit? And I've defined that, and they're like, well, you know, basically, how can we trust you? And my answer to that is, if you want to give money to charity and know it's going straight there, then use the Just Giving link, and that's for our goal number 1. If you want to support the channel, I will be donating 20% of profit after operating costs. It's going to take a while to get there before there's any profit. But if you want to support the channel and sustain the channel, and, you know, give me some skin in the game and help me and my family realize that it's worth doing, it's worth us putting the time and effort and energy into to create this content and to keep the channel going and the community and the Discord and everything else, then Patreon is the way that you can support me to do that. And so, as I say, my goal for this year, by the end of this year, is to be turning over £1,000 a month from Patreon. That's it. I want to thank everybody that has already supported the channel, whether that's through views, likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, or indeed is a member of the Patreon. The channel wouldn't still be here even now at this point if it wasn't for those Patreon members. But also, you know, there's never, let me make it clear, there's never any sense of obligation from me at all. If you're not in a position to support financially, if you just don't want to, you'd rather spend your money on something else, something more interesting and fun, then no problem. My content is here for everyone in the main. There will be some Patreon exclusives, of course, to make it worth your while, but all of the main content will be available for everybody to enjoy, regardless of whether you're a Patreon member or not. I appreciate all the support, whether that's financial or not. I think that's it for now. Let me know in the comments what your goals are. I'm not sure about resolutions, really. You make a resolution, you stick to it for a bit, you feel like you should, you feel guilty when you don't. I'm not sure about that, but let me know if you've got any SMART goals, any tangible objectives that you've set yourself for 2025 in the comments. Peace out.
Those exercise balls aren't very glittery, Carl. And talking of disco balls, I hope you're wearing shorts in that hot tub. You'd better not be doing a Hector on us so soon in your reacting career. Well, I'm going to finish up by setting you a challenge. This was suggested in the Disco Doc Discord server by Lily. If we manage to reach all 3 goals in 2025, then you, Carl, must record yourself taking an ice bath, wearing nothing but glittery sparkling disco speedos. Let's fucking go.